Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Live with independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Teresa Harper. I'm located in Oregon in the United States. I'm so glad to have you here. We will be using the More Than Autumn stamp set today. So let's see if I can find my video so we can see what's going on here and who's commenting. And there we go. So I'm not sure. It appears that Facebook has actually changed some settings, and all of a sudden, it doesn't matter which phone I use to go live, it seems to give me this a lot wider view than I used to have. So still working on trying to fix that. I thought by going back to my regular phone that I would get a proper setting, but for some reason I'm still wider than I should be. So hopefully this will work out. And I'm going to give everybody just a minute to get on. Again, this is the More Than Autumn stamp set and die bundle. This released last week in the September to December 2024 mini catalog by Stampin' Up! And I have taken and cut out and stamped all the images on this template here so that you can see that. Let's see if I can get that a little closer. I'll just have to try and pick things up a little bit so that you'll be able to see them a little bit better until I can figure out the settings. I didn't change anything in my camera settings, and all of a sudden I just have different settings. I don't know what happened, but we'll just roll with the technology. So that gives you a good look at those stamps and dies and how they work together. So we're going to be making two projects tonight, but before we get started on that, hello Tracy, Laura. Oh, Mary, you love this set. Yay! All right, well, welcome everyone. I've got actually a 3D-ish project for you, plus a card. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and set these aside for the moment. I did get in some of the new Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking line today. I didn't order much, but I did want to show you the paper that I ordered. So first of all, we have the Halloween Spells, I think this is called. Yep, Halloween Spells. The item code is 166493. And this coordinates very well with the Potions and Spells bundle from the new mini catalog. So these are double-sided designs, and these are a little bit different because you get three in this pack. You get three each of four double-sided designs. So we've got the front here, and then this is the rear, or A and B, however you want to call it. And then we have this one in the Granny Apple Green Bubbles, and on the back is the black and white striped. If you're doing a Beetlejuice page, this is perfect. And then we have the gorgeous scrape. And on the back of that is these little doohickeys in black and white. And then we have this cute stripy polka dots with all the beautiful colors. And on the reverse side of that is a pool party diagonal stripe. Okay, so there is the Halloween paper that is being offered at this time. You have to go online to get it. There is a digital scrapbooking publication that you can download and print off. And then Stampin' Up! Is introducing some two-tone cardstock. So I picked up 2 packs of the assortments, and this is called the Halloween Memories assortment. So we have pumpkin pie, and then on the reverse is a lighter shade. Oh, good, that's showing up very nicely. Okay, and you get 2 sheets of the orange in this pack. Then you have black. So you've got the regular black, and then the lighter shade. And then we have green, Granny Apple Green. And this is meant to coordinate with that pack of paper that I showed you just a few minutes ago. And then we have the gorgeous grape. So this is the front and this is the back of the lighter shade. And then we have, oh, this must be from the, did I end up with 2 of these? Oh, that's white. Never mind. Pool Party. And then we get 2 sheets of the Willow white color. And this white, really, there's no difference between the front and the back, but I did want to show you there is a very slight difference between the Willow white and our regular Stampin' Up! Basic white. Okay, so you can see that the basic white is just a little bit brighter than the Willow. Okay, so that's that pack of paper. So in this one, you still get the same 12 sheets. You get 6 different colors with the two-tone. Okay, and that's called Halloween Memories, and it's 166497. And then we have the Snowy Day pack. This pack was meant to coordinate with the Snowy Wonder bundle. There's actually a scrapbook kit for this. So we've got garden green here, and in this one, you get 4 sheets of the garden green. Two sheets of real red. Two sheets of petal pink. Two sheets of Pool Party. And 2 sheets of early espresso. So that is the Snowy Day 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock pack. Okay, and it's item 166492. All right, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get started with our first project. We're going to start with our 3D-ish project. And this is the project that we're making. It's a little pull-out for apple cider. Now you can easily put in a gift card here for a little sentiment, anything you'd like. I chose not to decorate the inside of this and just have it hold my apple cider. So it's a little apple cider pocket card. All right, let's go ahead and get started on that. It's fairly easy to make. So we're going to start with some stamping. So we're going to bring out a little bit of Very Vanilla. And we're going to use some basic white scraps here. And then let's see, I don't think I'm stamping on those. So let's go ahead and get the stamping going. And we need a little bit, we're going to use Memento, and we're going to use some basic beige and some copper clay. Okay, so with the copper clay, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to stamp my sentiments. And I need the you are the. So we've got you are the. I'm going to flip this down here just for a second. I'm just going to stamp that right at the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp to my down here at the bottom. And then I need cider. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this right here. And that's all I need of the Very Vanilla. And I'm done with this. So now we need to stamp 2 basic beige whipped cream toppers. Oh, and while we're at that, we're going to open that copper clay back up because I do need that copper clay to put in my little sprinkles on the top of my whipped cream. These are supposed to be cinnamon sprinkles. So that's why I'm using the copper clay. And then we're going to need an apple. So we're going to do that in basic black. And we need 2 of the little cinnamon sticks or churro sticks. So we're going to do that in basic black. Okay. Let me move this down to see if I've got any additional comments. Okay, so I've got those things. Now we need our cups. So we're going to stamp our cups in tuxedo black. All right, and that should be our stamping. Okay, now I'm not going to make you watch me color all of this because that would take a large amount of time. So I've done some of it ahead of time, but I did want to show you how I do the one of the cups here and how I did my apple. So I'm bringing in my Stampin' Blends. Okay. We're going to start on the cup, and I'm going to do the cup in copper clay. So we're going to take some dark copper clay and I'm just going to take some along the outside here. And then I'm going to take my light copper clay and go over where that dark was and color that. And then I would do the same to this bottom section. And for the top, or for the middle section, we're going to start with some dark crumb cake. Okay. So we're just going to put a little bit of dark here. And then we're going to add some light crumb cake. All right, and that is our cup. Okay, for the cinnamon stick, I again used the light copper clay, and I just colored in the whole cinnamon stick, churro, whatever. And then I just went and put just a tiny bit of dark here and right there at the top.
Hi, ladies.
And then I'm going to color that in. Okay, so for our apple, we're going to use some dark and light Daffodil Delight and just a tiny bit of the light old olive here. So the light old olive goes on the apple leaf. And then we'll start with the dark Daffodil Delight and finish with the light. Just blending those colors together where they meet. Okay? And then we would take all of this to the die cut machine and get the dies that coordinate. So we could cut our whipped cream and our apple and our cup and our little churro. And we would run that through the die cut machine and then repeat with the other two pieces that we need. Okay? But I'm pretty sure I've done all of that, and you don't need to necessarily watch that. So let's just get these back on here. And I'm pretty sure I've got that all done. Okay, so let's grab our pieces. I've got in here. And oh, maybe I didn't cut them all out. Okay, it looks like we will be cutting. I didn't do it all because I thought I should show you apparently. So let's grab those. I need to finish coloring this because I didn't do that. Okay, well, you'd think I'd remember what I did about, I don't know, 3 hours ago. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I actually designed this project late last night and then prepped it today. Okay, well, no worries. We will just bring in our little mini machine here. We need one of those whipped creams and 1 cup. Okay, so we'll grab that and a little bit of tape. Okay, where did I put my tape? Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, I just revamped my studio. So, here, sorry, I left you for a second. I didn't unpack this from Saturday's crop. So, it wasn't in the drawer that I thought I had put it in. So, we'll go ahead and grab our, I like to take and move my machine out of the way and get my stuff all taped down. And then bring the machine back in. It's a little bit easier for me that way. And I'm going to tape this down because I don't want it to move and I want to redo it. So there we have that. Now we'll put, oh, we need that. Oops, I forgot I need one of those whipped creams. So let's grab that. Let's grab the whipped cream. I like this whipped cream better. I like where the sprinkles fell. Just a pinch better. So let's go ahead and tape that. Put on the top plate and run those through the mini super fast. And there we go. Okay, now we can put our mini out of the way. And there are the rest of our pieces. Let me pull this back in because we don't want to lose those. Those dies are pretty tiny, some of them. And there's nothing worse than needing a die and then having it missing. Okay, there we have it. Okay. So there's our pieces. Let's go ahead and, oh, we're going to have to bring that back in one more time because I need to cut the word apple, and I knew that I needed to do that. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of crushed curry cardstock, and with that I have added the adhesive sheets to the back of it to make this a sticker. And we're going to take the word apple from our die sheet here, and with the crushed curry side up and the adhesive side down, and I want to make sure I get that like this so that it fits best. Just going to move that right in there, and then we'll run this through. Okay, and now we'll have the word apple. So we'll take, and I like to take on these and pop out the little hanging chad pieces that didn't come out first. And then I'll just wipe that over my garbage can if I can get those to pop. That's one going to be stubborn. Okay, let's pop out the A. And then we just take your pick tool and pull that out. And now we have the word apple. Okay, I'll put that back in the sheet thing there. And we'll move all this. Now I did take ahead of time and I took a piece of pecan pie cardstock and I ran it through the new Forever Plaid embossing folder that was released in the mini catalog last week. And this is a 1.5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of pecan pie. Here is a second look. This is, I inked the Stampin' Up! Logo side of the folder and put in a piece with Berry Burst, and then I put in a piece of Fresh Freesia cardstock and put that down upside down against the ink and then ran that through to get that look, just so you can see that. All right, so I think we're pretty good. We've got all of our pieces here. Let's go ahead and make the actual pouch. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of, where did I put the cardstock? Clear over here. Okay, so I've got a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 9 1/4 inches. And I've got a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock, And this is 3.5 by 9 inches. Now let's go ahead and pull out our scoring tool, because this is my preferred scoring method. And I'm going to take your pick tool, which also has a stylus tool that you can add on. Comes with the take your pick tool when you purchase it. I'm going to put my very vanilla in at the 9.25 inch side. Okay, so it's 4.25 by 9.5, and I'm going to score this at 4.25. Okay, so 4.25, and then I'm going to rotate that, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches on each end. Now you can either do the 4 inches, or you could just do a 1/4 inch clear over here, but I find it easier to go from this side if I can, because I get a better hold. I can keep everything steady. I still have the same 1/4 inch. So I'm going to score that at 4. Then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees and score it at 4 again. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Cajun Crates piece, and this one again, 3.5 by 9, and I'm going to score that at 4 3/8. Now 3/8 is 1 tick mark to the right of the 1/4 inch mark, or 1 tick mark to the left of the 4.5 inch. Okay, so I've got that. So we're 3.5 by 9, score at 4 3/8. All right. And if you've done your math, you know that that is not completely in half, and that was by design. So you've got just a 1/4 of an inch at the top of this, and that's so that we can put our tab. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to take a piece of pecan pie and the keeping tabs punch, and I'm just going to punch me out a tab. Okay, I'm going to fold this tab in half and give that a press. Okay, and then before I do anything else, I'm going to take a hole punch, and this is a 1/8 inch hole punch. It's an old Stampin' Up! Retired one, and I'm going to put this in here and center it as best I can and give that a punch. Okay, now I can add this to the top of my piece here, and I'm just going to do that with some Stampin' Seal along the edge, the bottom edge on each side, and then I'm going to center this up again as best I can. If I had a piece of grid paper here, I could get particular, but I'm just going to eyeball it. And before I give it a hard press, I'm going to say, no, I'm not really happy with that. Let me move that back here. Actually, let me do it this way so I can see better. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to put the top of the tab corners right here at the top of the cardstock. Okay, and then I will press that down and give it a good press. Okay, this piece is almost done. The next thing that we need for this is a piece of ribbon. And I have cut an approximate 6-inch piece of the pumpkin pie center stripe ribbon, 162744. And I found this easiest to do it this way. So I'm just going to give this a point, and I'm going to go from the back side with my two pointed edges here and pull that through. This is, well, I am if that second one will go. Okay, stop being persnickety here. Don't make me pull out my floss threader, which I will do if I have to, but I don't want to. So let's see if we can get this to cooperate and go through. When you know it. Okay, let me fix this. Let's give it a little bit more of a point on both ends and hope that back piece will cooperate. There we go. Nope, the back piece is being persnickety. Oh my lord. This is real life crafting, peoples. Real life crafting. I'm going to have to pull out the floss threaders because I'm struggling here. Oh, look, I threatened to pull them out and yay! I threatened to pull it out and the ribbon decided that it would like to cooperate. Okay, so here we go. Now we've got the nice bow on the front. I'll trim up those tails that I destroyed going through. And there we go. Clean up all our little threads. And this piece now is ready for our apple cider. And we can set that aside. And now we'll take and get our base piece. Again, I'm going to fold this one on the center line. Well, actually, that's not center. Whoa. That is way off. Hang on, I didn't do that right, obviously. Hang on. I'm going to do my math again. Okay. 4 5/8. Okay. Let's redo this. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought I had that down. So, again, let's cut another piece. And we need that to be 9 1/4 or 9 1/4. Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. 9 1/4. I must have wrote my measurements down. Score on the 9. Okay, 9 1/4. Whoops, I should have cut it first. And this should be 4 1/4. All right. And then it says to score at 4 1/2, which, what did where did I get the 4 3/8? I don't know. Oh, okay. So 4 1/2 is not, yep, 4 1/2. Okay, 4 1/2. Oh, I'll bet I scored it at 4 1/4. Okay. And then at 4 again on each side. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not following the directions I have written in front of me. Okay, that looks much better. All right, so now we can go ahead and before I burnish on these lines, the shorter section is my front, and it's the piece that I want these to stay on. So I'm going to come over here on this longer section, and I'm going to angle cut toward the left to the score line. And then I'm going to turn that around and angle cut to the right toward that score line. Okay. And I just did that wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to cut the score line off in all of this. So I'm going to angle cut here, an angle cut here. And if you do them both, it doesn't matter, like that. The important thing is that you're going to cut off on the score line on the longer piece on the back. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I actually have a migraine, and my brain is not functioning quite the way it should. So we're going to just cut off these edges. I hope I haven't confused the heck out of you. Okay, so this is what your piece should look like when it's all trimmed up. Okay, so you've got the longer piece, doesn't have these side tabs. Now we can fold these in and burnish those sides and do that. Okay, then I'm also going to come back up here and I'm going to slightly angle cut the side tabs again because this is your glue tab. So we're just going to take just the teeniest little bit off of the top. And I mean teeniest little bit. Okay? Now we're going to add some liquid glue. I'm going to make sure I burnish that really well. Okay? Now remember, the shorter side is the front. So you don't need to worry about going too far with the glue. Just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the tabs here. Not too much. That one I got carried away on. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to fix that. Because that will be way too much. So the way I fix that is I'm just going to take my silicone mat, lay that along there and take a little bit of that off. That'll dry and I won't have to worry about it. And I got just a little blob there. Quick and easy way to fix if you get too much because you don't want it to ooze out. Then I'm going to take and line up one side, edge to edge. And then I'm going to line the other side up, give that a good burnish. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that my inside slides right into my pocket. Okay, and it does. Well, hello, Caleb. Thank you for watching. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead. And I actually forgot to pull. Let's see. I didn't cut my paper. It doesn't look like. Yeah. It's going to be hard for you to say hi because I'm on my AirPod.
Hi, guys.
Okay, let's find my piece of paper that I had because for some reason I thought I cut all of that stuff ahead and I don't see it in my packet. Okay, I should have had 4 of those. Let's see. Well, if I can't find that exact one, we'll use this one because this one will work just as well. Not quite as cute though. But I don't see, I was using the leafy pattern and I don't see that I have any more of that. Apparently that was a popular pattern for me. Oh, no, here it is. Got it. All right, we're good. So we need to cut this piece 3.5 by 4.25, which I thought I did. Man, I'm really slowing on this one, you guys. So sorry. So 3.5 by 4.25. You know, I'll find the cut piece as soon as I get off, because that's the way it works. Ugh, I'm a hot mess. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the front of my pocket. Some Stamp and Seal. Now, my designer series paper is not directional, but if yours was, you would want it to be in the portrait orientation with your pattern on the short side. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go ahead and add our embossed piece. I'm going to do that with liquid glue so that I can get as much contact as I can. And I'm just going to put this. Now I purposely made this fit side to side. And so I'm just going to give that a good press and turn it so that everything will be even on the one side, and then it should be even on the other side as well. I have just a tiny bit here that is sticking over. You know what? It's not enough to really even worry about. So let's just put that down and call it good. Okay, we're good. Now, let's go ahead and start putting our pieces together. So the easiest way that I found to put these together, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to stick it on the back of my cup about halfway. Okay, and then I'm going to add my whipped cream. To that, and that will stick those two pieces together. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add another dimensional. And then I'm going to take my little cinnamon sticks or churros. Oh, look, now I have 3. Oh my goodness, one of those was hiding apparently. Okay, so I'm going to take and put my glue dot on the front side of the churro. So right at the bottom, turn that upside down and take it to the glue dot. And then I'm going to take my glue dot or my churro or cinnamon stick and add it to my cup. And I'm going to repeat that for the second one. And this one I chose to put on the opposite side, but you could do it however you want. There's no right or wrong. And then again, I'm going to add another dimensional. And because I want these to really stay on, I'm going to add a couple of minis. It's probably overkill, but my package is going to be bulky. So I want to make sure that it's going to hold where I want it. So just putting all my dimensionals. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to set these on here like so. We're going to take our words and a pair of snips. I'm just going to snip these out. Hand cut them. Okay, and then for the cider, I'm going to fussy cut this. And you could do the pencil trick that I've shown you in the past. I'm just going to hand free cut this one. And just keep moving it until I get it trimmed out. There we are. Okay. Now, where did the first one go that I cut? Does anybody see it? You are the, where did it go? Okay, well, that'll show up too after the live. How weird. All right, let's get the copper clay and do that one more time. Y'all saw me cut that, right? Oh, and I didn't do that one very straight. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna make it work. All right, there. Now we have it for sure. You are the apple, and we need to do one thing to this. Before I put it on. We're going to take the Wink of Stella glitter pen, and I'm just going to brush over some Wink of Stella on my sentiment there. And then this is going to go about right here. We'll put these on the other way, this way. And then cider. Let's go ahead and add cider to our cup. We're just going to take a little bit of liquid glue. And let's go ahead and remove our backings. I think I want that about there. And this one's going to go like so. Okay, and then we're going to take our little apple and we're going to get a little glue dot. We're going to pick that up, put that on our cup, and then we're going to take the 2My, put a little bit of liquid glue on there, and put that right there. Okay, we are finally getting there, guys. Oh, I didn't put the UR down, but I better do that. Again, I'm taking some liquid glue. I'm going to put that up here. And we're going to take the backing off of the apple. Oh, please cooperate. Come on. I see you split there. I just can't get between it. All right, so I'm just going to peel that off. And then we'll put this down here. Like so. Stick in our apple cider pouch. And then we're going to add a couple of gems, and this will be finished. Okay. So these are the faux glass dots from the new mini catalog. And we're just going to put a couple here. Got one large and one small. And then I'm going to take another large one and stick it up here. Okay, and actually, let's do that. I like to take the pen tip, the cover tip, and give those a good press just to set that adhesive. And there is our little packet. I hope you guys like that. All right. So let's try to quickly put together the next card because I've taken up so much of your time already. Excuse me, and let's get going. All right, so there's that. So now we have a card, and hopefully I have this one together better. So for this one, I'm pretty sure I've got everything cut. But, you know, that's what I thought last time, pretty much. Okay, so we need a crumb cake card base. This is a piece of the new Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 stack. Beautiful painted sceneries on the front and solid, well, not solid, but single colors on the back. Good for any occasion. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of this from me in the future because it's so versatile. And so let's go ahead and fold our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25. We can take this piece of 3 3/4 by 5-inch Designer Series paper of that Splendid Autumn. And we're just going to put this down in the center of that card. Okay. Then I've taken in crushed curry a piece of the Regal Flora dies. This is also new in the mini, and in the dies it has this piece here, and from when you cut that out, you not only get this piece that we're using, but you also get this outer piece that you could use as well. We're not going to use that today, so I'm going to set that aside for another project. And then we've got stamped and colored and cut the pumpkin pie. I've got a cup. I'm going to stamp this cup and show you how I got the color to match the crushed curry. Okay, so we've got a cup, we've got some whipped cream, we've got a pie, we have a leaf, and I kept the leaf together for this one because this inner piece will pop out. So you can pop that out. I'm not going to. I don't think on this one. And then we've got this. So let's get the cup, and I'm going to show you how I did the coloring to get that crushed curry look on the cup. I'm going to hit this with a heat tool because if I don't, that black will bleed with the amount of coloring that this requires to get that color. So I want to make sure that that memento is good and set. And then I'm going to bring in my 3 colors here. So we're going to start with wild wheat. And I'm just going to give this band a base of the wild wheat. Okay. And then I'm going to take my dark daffodil delight. And I'm going to go back over that wild wheat and put some shadow in, like so. And then I'm going to fill it in with my daffodil delight. And mix those colors just like that. And then I get the look of crushed curry. Okay? But I've already done that. I do need to stamp the whipped cream because I wanted to show you a little trick with the whipped cream for the pie, because it's not obvious when you get this die set. So I'm going to stamp my whipped cream, and I just need a tiny, if I were to put this whipped cream on the pie, that would be huge and it would not look right. So Stampin' Up! Has solved this issue for us. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to bring in our mini. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to get out this tiny little die here. This is the whipped cream for the pie, okay? And it is designed to fit right on the very tip of that piece of whipped cream. Okay, so I'm just gonna tape this down, get that up there just how it should be. And tape that down. We'll run this through and we'll have the cutest little whipped cream, dollop of whipped cream for your pie. And we did it with the same stamp as the large whipped cream. Just a second piece for the die. All right. So now we have our whipped cream for our pie. All right. So let's go ahead and put this together. And let's go ahead and put this down on our card. And we're just going to put this right here. I've got it a little low of center. And then I'm going to add I did a lot of this flat. for mailing. So, oh, you know what? I need to get out this because you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to stamp the word on there that we need, which is fall. So let's grab that with some early espresso ink, which I'm going to put right here. And we're just going to stamp the word fall right there. Okay, then we can set this down. We're going to put our whipped cream. And for that, I'm going to use glue dots because I want it to stick up just a little bit from my cup, but not a lot. And glue dots are my solution for that because it adds just a little bit of dimension. Okay, so we've got that. Now, where'd my little red apple go? We're going to put our pie down. And with this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here like so. And then we'll add our apple with a glue dot. Okay. And then I should have a pumpkin, but I don't. Hang on, I'm pretty sure I've got one in here. Let's look. Yep, here's my little pumpkin. And we'll add that. I wonder what happened to those because they were in my bag. All right, so we're just going to put a little pumpkin here. And then we're going to take that leaf. I'm going to slide this in here. I'm going to lift this up if it'll lift a bit here. It's being stubborn. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a little bit of Stamp and Seal there. I'm going to take that, slide a little bit of that leaf in there like so. And then we'll add our dollop of whipped cream, again with a glue dot. To our pie. Now, the sentiment, I'm going to show you what I did. This is, you had me at, this little die cut comes from the Wonderful Thoughts die set. And when you cut it out, it's that long. And I shortened it. And I've shown you guys how to do that before. So to save time this evening, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put this on because I've already kept you over an hour. And this I did put on with dimensionals. So we're going to add that to our card. Put it on right side up. Put it up here so that it says you had me at fall. And then again, we're going to take those glue faux glass dots and we're going to add those to our card. And grab my take your pick tool. And I'm going to take you know what? I'm going to take a large green one if it'll cooperate. I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, let's go here. And then let's take an orange one, put it there, and then let's take a yellow one. And put right down here. Okay, and then I'll give those a press. And the inside of our card and envelope is here somewhere in my disaster that I just made. You guys would not believe the mess. What happened to my envelope of all my supplies? Okay, well, I'm going to show you what I did here. I have those things. Man, I lost the whole envelope and everything. I don't know what happened. So here's the inside of the card. And then here is the matching envelope that I'll find in my disaster that seems to, I don't know. My room was nice and clean before I started, and now it's just a disaster. So I hope you enjoyed those projects tonight. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a hot mess. Okay, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your crafty friends. And I will see you again next week on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And hopefully I'll be live on YouTube at 7 p.m. on Thursday with another More Than Autumn project. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Good night.